And welcome back to Idaho Today. You know, for some of us, New Year's resolutions might be centered around getting organized. And a great way to start is right now with some really good habits. So we're getting you some expert advice with Katie Frantz. She's from Simply Home, and she has some really great tips to help us, you know, start our year off right. Or how about this? Get our year on track, because we're already through pretty much the month of January. And I'll tell you what, though I started the year with some ideas of being organized, it's kind of hard to get the whole household to follow them. So Katie, help us. What's your number one? What's your first tip?
Well, you know, 2024, it is this time of year where January starts rolling around and everybody has all these goals and New Year's resolutions, and then it kind of starts sliding off that. So I want to talk about today just 3 really simple things we can start incorporating into this year that will make it just the best year yet. So first, it is getting a donation bin, just something really simple for your home in a convenient location where, you know, if you have clothes and toys and items like that that your kids are ready to get rid of, you can just toss it in that bin. And then a great way of just letting go of those items is every time you're out running groceries, getting errands, just take your donation bin with you and put it in the back of your car so you can donate to, you know, local organizations, charitable organizations, donation places, and just make sure that this year, instead of thinking of it as, oh, I'm decluttering, I got to get rid of stuff, think of it as I'm giving. I'm giving to my community. I'm teaching my kids and my family the importance of giving, things that we just don't love and need anymore. So that's a big one. Have a donation bin in your home.
I love that. Okay, because I mean, I think it's quite often too that like sometimes my kids will, early in the morning, getting ready for school, they'll put on a shirt or something. They're like, oh, it's too small. I'm like, oh, we need to donate it. And instead of putting it in a donation bin, because we don't have one, not set up in the home, it goes back in the drawer or something, and it just stays, right?
Yes.
Until you get to that point of actually cleaning stuff out. So what a great way to declutter as you go.
Totally. And like I said, think of it as, instead of like, oh, we got to get rid of stuff, think of it as we're giving. And that's such a great tool to teach your family. The next thing really, it kind of goes along with giving and donating, is your clothing. So this is a great time of year to really rethink, like, what's in my closet? Are these shoes fitting? The clothes, you know, are they comfortable? Do they feel good on me? And make sure you're paying attention to what's in your closet. So if you find, there's 2 little tricks I like to tell people, is when you pull out an item in your closet, if you start noticing like a little dust line on the top of your clothes, that's a really good sign, right? Dust does not lie. So if you start noticing some dust accumulating on clothes and shoes and scarves and accessories, that's your sign of, oh, I haven't worn it in a while, right?
Yes.
So that's one thing to do. The next little trick I like to teach people is, when you're wearing a clothing item and you pull it off your rack, when you put it back after wearing it, make sure you rotate the hanger on your rod. That way it tells your brain, oh, these are clothes I wear and these are clothes I'm not wearing. So if the hanger has not been touched in a couple of months, that's just a really good sign of, oh, I'm not wearing that item very often. And so those 2 little tricks, the dust and rotating those hangers so you know what you're wearing and what you're not.
That's smart. I love it. Okay, because I think it's often too sometimes that you go in your closet and you're like, okay, it's time to, you know, clean things out, and you go, oh, I forgot I had this, and oh, it's so pretty, and I might wear that, you know. But the reality is, it's hanging there, and you forgot about it for a reason. Right?
Exactly. And really, once again, it gets back to, we want to surround ourselves with what we actually love and use and wear. So simplifying our closet, going through our wardrobe, and letting go of those items that we no longer need. And once again, just think of it as, I'm giving to those who could use that item more than me. So that really will help your mindset as well.
I like that.
And then the last tip that truly is the number one organization maintenance tip I give to everyone is to have a daily home reset. What this is every single day, whether it's in the morning or in the evening, as a family, you're going to set a timer for about 10-15 minutes. So it's not this huge chunk of time, but you're going to make it a part of your routine to set your home back to where it needs to be. So that's putting pillows back on the sofa, blankets in the bin, toys in the you know, playroom where they belong, dishes put away, counters wiped, all of those just little basic things to get your home back in order, ready for the next day. This can be a tricky thing for families, because if it's not kind of in your routine and your schedule, it can be tough. So I always recommend if starting out, just pick even one room in your home. It could be the playroom, the living room. Start with one space, set that timer for 10 minutes, pump some music, make it really fun, incorporate your family in it, and get your home back in order every single day. That's going to maintain that order that you're wanting and keep it really simple.
I love that tip. That tip, you know, I mean, the first two are great and very important, but this one would be so profound in my home.
Yes.
Because I love the fact that also too it makes everybody responsible for their items and their things as well too,
Yes.
right? And that it has to go back where it belongs. You can't leave it out in the living room. You can't dump it on the counter. You can't, right? Pick it up, put it where it goes. I love that.
And once again, it's incorporating those little things we can do. It's like micro changes we're making, but even young toddlers, 3 to 5, they can pick up toys, put it in a bin. Even just that simple task of them doing it every single day, they're learning those habits. You're working together as a family to maintain your home, and truly, it really is the #1 way of keeping your home in order. Is just every single day, daily reset, make it a staple in your routine.
I'm going to, Katie. Thank you. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Your advice is phenomenal. Where can people find you, Katie?
Well, you can always find me at yoursimplyhome.com. On there, we have a workshop coming up in March. So you can look at our workshop. It's 6 weeks where you get to work one-on-one with me, get your home totally organized and your routines in order. And that starts the very beginning of March. So if you're interested, make sure you take a look at our website at that. You can also subscribe to our Tidy Tip Tuesday. I send out free organization tips and advice every single week, along with some of my favorite products to use. So that's really helpful that you can subscribe for. And then I'm on Instagram. So go to Instagram or Facebook, find us at Your Simply Home, and we have all sorts of fun things on there as well.
Wonderful, Katie. Thank you so much. And everyone, stick around. More to come here on Idaho Today right after the break.